Hey, shake, shake.
Shake it.
Hey.
Shake. Oh, babe, that jam that year was jammest.
Eh.
Jammest.
So,
Jam,
since you're talking about
jammest.
jamming, who is Phil?
Phil, my colleague, remember? Not my colleague I told you about now. Like,
And he's telling you that he misses you?
okay, what's wrong with that? Yeah, so just maybe he misses me, like clicking on laptop, sharing of ideas. You know what I mean? Nothing
At
serious.
10:45 p.m.
Oh, 10:45. Well, that when he sent the message, I'm sure that's probably when my network came back up. See, I am Phil. One nothing like that. Do you understand? Like, don't pay more attention to it. It's work related.
Oh, so missing you is not work related.
Yeah.
Guys, missing you has suddenly turned work related. That is so ungodly. So on that note, we welcome you to Side Gist with the Brownsons. I am Brownson Uwana.
And I am Itima Noana Brownson. We are so excited to have you join us in today's episode.
Yes, and today we're talking about a subject that most partners shy away from, and that's your crush.
Your crush.
Yeah.
And what most relationships or people fail to understand that shying away from this conversation has actually led to a lot of breakups in relationships and homes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and our objective today is to encourage partners to have open conversations in their relationship, and also show you how this kind of conversation can save your relationship.
Yeah. But before we get in or delve into that, what do you think? What do you think is responsible for people not wanting to have those kind of conversations?
Well, I think most partners over time have not been able to manage some level of communication well. Some of them fear being judged. Like when you tell your partner about a particular thing, like, how will she see me? Will she see me as a bad person? And sometimes some people always want to look like a saint. And sometimes some people fear that some information may be used against them. So this kind of things have a way of making people to draw back. So we want to encourage you that if you want to have such communication, keep an open mind and give your partner space for vulnerability.
Yeah, I think another reason why, like for some ladies, they wouldn't want to go into those kind of conversations is for fear of what they'll find out.
Oh,
so crushing on someone, like it's a feeling that just creeps in on you, like without you even noticing. So most time, even the crusher doesn't even know how or why, or cannot even explain how he feels about the crushing.
So have you had a crush before?
Oh yes, I have, but I didn't get crushed.
Oh
yeah, and I've actually had crushes that turned out to be good friends. What ways would you say having crushes have been beneficial to us in a relationship?
Now, having a crush in your relationship helps to open or helps you identify your partner's interests, or it may be new interest. For instance, you may have been with someone for 3-4 years, and sometimes familiarity, you think you know this person too much, and you just feel I think he likes me the way I am, and the person goes to work every day, sees a particular colleague, for instance, that dresses very well. She wears a particular kind of perfume,
maybe her dress
style, and all of that, and then you just find the guy always wanting to have lunch with the person, drive the person home. There must be something that draws your partner to a crush. And especially if you're a guy and you are crushing on someone in the office. Now, you just need to look at those things you're crushing for. If it's a person that dresses very well, you can now turn every month end to gifting period.
I like those kind of crushes.
Yeah, really.
Because you get me gifts.
So, it's for both sides. If you're a lady, you also have a crush on the guy. You can also see how you can replicate that guy in your partner.
So I think another thing that having a crush does in terms of helps in benefiting relationship or make it a healthy period for a relationship in terms of building trust. Right? I remember when I and Brownson were dating in the early days of our relationship and all of that. We used to talk about everything. Like, we talk about our crushes, our friends of the opposite sex.
We do nicely amicable.
Talk about our friends of the opposite sex and all, and it was really interesting because for the times he tells me, oh, I need to go out with this person, or I need to hang out with this person and all of that, I all I do is look out for him, right? I don't tell him, oh, don't go, and so long as I'm understanding and everything. So I always, because it was a long distance relationship, so that helped us build trust, and I could always vouch that I know where he is at a particular time. And then we brought that into the early part of our marriage and all of that. But I think at some point, I must have gone overboard in terms of how I reacted to one of his crushes. And I don't know, I think at some point we stopped talking about it before we go back. Like, what do you think was the break point for you that led us to...
You really want to know?
Yeah, I asked.
Well, one of the break points for me was when I told Cherry about one of my crushes.
Okay.
And then she went overboard with it, you know. And then her reaction wasn't very cool with me. So her reaction wasn't very cool with me. So I said to myself, whoa, no more. So I stopped talking to her about it, and I was always very clingy with my phone because, you know, so when that started happening, you know, she started snooping on my phone at a particular time, guys.
Why is our phone now?
Wait, now let me tell them. Now you asked for the story. So at a particular time, she had to reply to my message, and I got to find out I was very furious.
It's our phone.
It's our phone. Is it our message?
Okay, so it's our message. Okay, so you see how that's like kind of affected our trust. So because I was used to him, I was used to Brownsy telling me about his crushes, and so when he stopped telling me, right, even after I apologized, I felt like, oh, okay, he must be hiding something. Do you understand? And like I said, it's our phone. So my advice is, like, when you have those kind of conversations with your partner, try not to react at the spur of the moment. Take your time, and if you must, right, and analyze the whole thing and all. And if you can, nicely tell him what you like about how he handled it and what you think he could have done better next time. Yeah. So which other way would you say having a crush has been beneficial to us in our relationship?
Well, I would say it helped prevent cheating, because
cheating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because when your partner is in the know of your crush, your partner looks out for you. For instance, there are some certain things that you wouldn't want to do when you know that your partner is aware of your crush.
I think it's when people try to actually act all macho and strong, I can handle this thing, I can suck it all up, right, that it eventually leads to cheating. That's handling, in terms of handling crushes. But once you have, if you can see your partner as your friend and your accountability partner, what that does for you is that there's no tension. You know, for any time you're feeling that, we can have those communications, and you can both set boundaries together. Yeah, exactly. Right? You can both set boundaries together. For example, if you can reduce your call time with the person, you can reduce like how much time you spend together. You can avoid, just like you saw in the role play, you can also avoid texting or chatting at late hours. And for colleagues, if you go to lunch together, I mean, if you keep going to lunch with a particular person, definitely some attractions will begin to happen, or some kind of feelings will begin to build. So you may just want to cut down on, you know, those personal time. So we hope hanging out with us today, you'll be able to learn some ways you can maximize crushes in your relationship. Overall, let's also state that some things must be well managed so that it will not lead to affairs. That, most importantly, you must discuss your crushes with your partner. Also, when your partner does, try not to take it overboard with your reactions. Try to handle it and make your relationship a comfortable place for him to have such conversations. I mean, I think vulnerability is a cost price for love. Exactly. So if you can be vulnerable with your partner, he might just be vulnerable with some other person out there. And that definitely might lead to an affair. I'm sure you don't want to have that. Thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. All right, and also don't forget, very important, to hit the subscribe button right now. You can also turn on your notification to get notification of our new videos. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's do it again next week. We love you.